steal from the poor, murder the poor. United States, I don't care what you do to poor people. But the second you think about taking a rich person's money, think again, motherfucker. We are all trying to see the money. But I got a question to ask you. What are you going to do for the bag? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to rob? Are you willing to steal? Or possibly, are you willing to tell a lie? See, most people don't find a problem with telling a lie, especially when it doesn't harm anyone. But some people tell lies specifically to harm people. Specifically. Now, we have a case right here. Who do you look up to the most, chat? Who? Who? Is it Logan Paul? Is it Jake Paul? Is it PewDiePie? Is it Sam O'Nilla Academy? Who do you look up to the most? And have they let you down in any way? Any publicized way? Because right here, we're taking a look at the YouTube's most notorious frauds and scammers, chat. Let's just get right into the mess.
And fraud. While exposing these delinquent creators makes for great online drama chatter, very rarely do bad actors face legal punishment for their misdeeds. However, there does exist a small motley crew of YouTubers that have participated in fraud so severe that they actually received criminal charges, some of them landing behind bars. From an influencer accused of defrauding fans with a get-rich-quick scheme, to an automotive content creator caught scamming retired people, to a married couple faking dangerous car accidents for views, these are the YouTube fraudsters. A brief message from today's sponsor, Grammarly Go. It's time to improve your writing game with Grammarly Go. Grammarly Go is an AI service that offers generative personalized introduction.
No.
Entire
Get
writing
so
from
bad.
scratch. Here I ask if his fan base though is where did the money come from? In 2016, a man named Bill Omar Carrasquillo would create a YouTube channel called Omi and a Hellcat. The man's YouTube moniker being
Chat,
derived.
now if you don't know anything about Omar, if you don't know about the Omar situation, chat, I'm going to say this. This is my opinion on the Omar situation. He did nothing wrong. Debate it if you want. He did nothing wrong.
From the Dodge Hellcat, which was his preferred vehicle, and cars and flexing would be a keystone element to his YouTube persona. Omi's YouTube channel consisted of vlog-style content centering on his apparently lavish lifestyle.
I'm getting rid of a Rebel, I'm keeping a 150, and then I want to get a Cummins 350 to pull, like, if I get a boat this year, I'll pull my boat, my jet skis. I will be getting a waterfront property this year. By next summer, you'll see in a vlog, we'll be riding jet skis, riding my own boat.
The focus of these videos varied, but wealth was always at the center. Some videos showcased his vast car collection, expensive jewelry, and luxurious properties. However, unlike Omi's colleagues in the YouTube clout vlogging space, his wealth didn't come from being an influencer. In fact, the source of that wealth was quite ambiguous, to say the least. Most celebrity influencers are bragging about cribs and cars that they got from being an influencer from the beginning. But this wasn't the case with Omi. His money was a mystery. And what you find is that after doing a bit of digging into Omi's past, the dubious nature of his financial comeuppance becomes apparent. Omar is a man with a troubled past, to say the least. Omi had it rough as a youngster. His mother died from an overdose when he was a young boy, and his father was a cocaine dealer whose criminal activity eventually led to Omar moving back and forth through foster families for years. And eventually he would follow in the footsteps of his dad and become a drug dealer himself. Omar spent much of his 20s trafficking in drugs, which resulted in him being in and out of jail on numerous occasions. The man never would become Pablo Escobar, and his dabbling with drugs left him broke and with a criminal record. After spending a good amount of time in jail, Omi would become disillusioned with the drug world and his prospects, especially after he had his first son. And Omi, wanting to find a more stable source of income to raise his child, he fully left drug dealing behind in 2014 and attempted to find less blatantly illegal methods of making money.
To keep trajecting myself forward, I can't keep taking steps backwards. I'm not gonna sell no drugs. I'm not gonna, If it's potentially land me in jail, I'm not doing it.
But Omi wouldn't leave the life of crime entirely. Rather, he switched to something a little bit more difficult.
You don't have to be at a point in your life where you feel like you're hanging on by a thread to go and speak with a therapist. As a licensed therapist, I often hear people think that
difficult to detect. Omi would pivot to a far more elaborate and lucrative form of criminality to pay the bills, and it all took place online. Over the next few years, Omi worked odd jobs to pay the bills and got proficient at online hustling in the world of web hosting. He had a particular interest in the underground Kodi community. Some of you might remember these Kodi Amazon Fire Stick devices from like the mid-2010s where you could essentially jailbreak them and play live streaming Netflix content on them with jailbreaking devices on your TV. After studying the TV piracy game for some time, Omi would use his savviness in the space to launch a cable television piracy empire. That empire being Gears TV. Gears TV was an IPTV streaming platform created by Omar himself. It was an app that was accessible via Amazon Fire Stick. Gears TV hosted live-streamed feeds of proprietary cable television networks, offering consumers hundreds of premium television channels for just $15 a month. The service allowing its users to consume cable television, sports packages at a fraction of what a cable company would charge you. Omi illegally acquired this content by personally subscribing to cable TV providers and streaming services himself. Then he would use data encoders to bypass copy protection, allowing him to essentially restream paid cable content to viewers around the world. It was a compelling value for thousands of subscribers and, needless to say, was extremely illegal. From 2016 to 2019, Gears TV would be the most successful of any service to employ the
Chat, I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say this. He went from drug dealing to providing an actual service that people need, bro. He was really the first streamer, the first streaming channel before you had damn Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, now called just Max. Bro, this person was providing a service that people needed. Now, the legality of what he was doing might be into question, but I don't see nothing wrong, bro.
fraudulent tactic. It reportedly garnered over 100,000 subscribers and generated an estimated $34 million profit in the years that it operated. Gears TV made Omi a rich man, and it was the empire of cable television piracy that provided the wealth showcased in what would become the Omi and a Hellcat YouTube channel. But with a piracy empire this high-flying, it was only a matter of time before the feds got involved. With his YouTube channel running on all cylinders in the late 2010s, Omi would draw far too much attention to himself, and much in part to his braggadocious YouTube behavior, an investigation would eventually link the Gears TV piracy network to Omi himself. What followed this connection was a raid conducted by the FBI at Omar's residence.
Giving us any reason.
Annette, would you mind helping her get dressed so we can talk to her about explain what's going on?
Yeah, we'll get in the restaurant.
I want to know what's going on.
I don't want to speak to anybody right now. I want to put on my pants and like. Do you want to get dressed?
What are you guys looking for? You guys got this phone call or something?
So we have a federal arrest warrant for Omar. We're gonna take him to the Philly FBI office. He's gonna get processed there, and then he'll have his initial court appearance later on today, like midday today. And then that's where the judge will like give him a copy of the charges that are against him.
There's no way.
I'm in court. What if I don't want to work?
Omar was arrested and his financial dockets audited. To make matters worse for the man, after an investigation of the paper trail around this Gears TV network, it was found that Omar had not been accurately reporting his income throughout the duration of the fraud, making him guilty of tax evasion as well as
You see how money hungry these people are, bro? See how money hungry these people are? They don't want you to be a drug dealer, but if you are a drug dealer, they want you to report your income. You see how money hungry these people are? It's kind of ridiculous, right, chat? It's kind of ridiculous how you got actual rich people evading taxes, openly admitting to evading taxes. And then When you got people out here fighting their hustle, I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying it's. I'm saying honestly, he was providing a service. That's all I'm saying. But you already charging him on doing some illegal shit. Now you want to charge him for tax evasion?
Piracy.
That shit
Omar
don't
was
make any
facing
sense.
charges ranging from copyright infringement to tax evasion, and he initially acted like he did nothing
You might be
wrong.
human trafficking, but I want you to report your income.
The things that they allege that I did.
That's not
The copy-
human trafficking is not the important part.
You know, I don't think I ever did
You need to
anything
pay your
wrong.
taxes.
Obviously,
That's what's
I was
up.
running businesses wide open in the public. So now we just got to see.
Omar would defend himself by saying that his actions were akin to watching movies with a group of friends at a party. Yeah, because, you know,
Dude, it is. Dude, and honestly, what he's doing is what it is something that's needed in this world, bro.
showing live streamed feeds of cable networks to 100,000 people is totally the same as that, right? Needless to say,
To me, it is.
Omi was coping hard. It's unclear if Omar was genuinely under this impression or if he was intentionally trying to not admit guilt in order to avoid harsh prosecution. After all, the man was facing up to 500 years in prison.
Are you joking, bro? Are you joking? This is so, bro. This is why I say the U.S. justice system is actually a comedy skit. It's actually an SNL comedy skit. You will pirate movies from big ass corporations already making trillions upon millions and billions of dollars. You're making a measly $30 million compared to the billions of dollars they make every year. And then, dude, it is so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me that they will give him 500 years for basically doing a victimless crime. You know what I'm saying? No one got hurt by what he was doing. He was actually helping people. But guarantee you, somebody commits a murder, bro. They'll be out in 10 years with parole, bro. You will have literal serial killers, molesters, got P words, you know what I'm saying? EDP 445 out here, free as a bird, you know what I'm saying? Skipping and jumping and like playing with lilacs. But then you got people like him providing a service that people need, you know what I'm saying? 500 years. 500 years, bro? Come on. 2 years at max, bro. Alright, what the hell?
And after each of the individual
You
copyright
acting like
infringement
they acting like
charges
this
have
person
been
murdered
compiled
people, bro.
together on an individual basis.
514 years, bro. They acting like this man. You would chat if you heard a person got 514 years, you would swear this person was racking up Jeffrey Dahmer numbers. You swear this person was just eating, killing, like they would be eating bodies and sucking the marrow out. You know what I'm saying? Making jerk human liver, jerk human thigh, drinking out of skulls like a pina colada. You know what I'm saying? You would think this person was racking up Stalin numbers. You would have thought this person was actually directly related to the Holocaust, like a direct descendant of the Cambodian killing fields, just absolutely murdering, chopping off heads. You would have thought this person was an evil, wicked person. Nah, he took $30 million for some already rich ass people. I don't give a shit if rich people
Hell,
get
I'd be
in, bro.
playing dumb too in this case. However, later on in the process of this case, Omar would eventually state that he had a realization that his actions were wrong after viewing.
That is crazy. They're gonna convict. They don't want you to do illegal shit, but if you're gonna do illegal shit,
Pixar
report it on your
Studios.
taxes.
Apparently, this documentary making him realize that piracy
Yeah,
affected
you can
these
kill
small
somebody and get
guys
less than
behind
500
these
years.
massive
Isn't that
studios.
crazy?
After being formally arrested in September of 2021, Omar
You
would
get
plead
15 to
guilty to
25
his charges,
if you kill
and his
somebody.
trial would
You can
conclude
kill
in
multiple
March of
people and get the same amount of
2023.
time.
Omi in a Hellcat was ultimately sentenced to serve 5.5 years in federal prison on top of paying back $30 million worth of assets that he had pocketed. $14 million in restitution. to the service providers that he had stolen from, and $5.7 million for backed taxes. Omar officially began serving his time on May 8th of
Chat, the
2023.
United
Omi's
States was
last
actually
action
built
before
on the
entering
rich for the
custody
rich.
was arranging the construction of a
There is
smaller
nothing
home for his
here.
family, so that they would have a place to live after his expensive
Guarantee you, if
properties
he was
were sold off to pay backed taxes.
telling
The
you, bro.
Omi and a Hellcat channel still exists to this day and sits at over 800,000 subscribers. Omi has a dedicated fan base that likely will stick around to see what he's up to after his prison stint. Hopefully, he focuses more time on building his YouTube empire and stays away from the cable television piracy game.
Tell you
This
what.
next story involves an influencer accused of
Chat, if that's the thing, bro. He was out here being a Peter Pan, bro. He was out here being like a Robin Hood, bro. Taking from the rich and giving to the poor. Like, bro, what are you talking like, bro? But then, chat, we're gonna have to next up, we're gonna really see some people that are not like Omi, bro. They don't provide anything. They just take. These are the evils in the world.
Imaginable as a social media star. Scamming your own fans out of money. Kayla Masa was an Instagram personality and
Chat,
YouTuber that posted
these people
vlog and
deserve
lifestyle
514
content
damn
detailing
years,
their
bro.
day-to-day life. You know, your run-of-the-mill modern influencer.
You out here scamming people. You rich and you scamming motherfuckers out of money,
you know the drill. And you might be asking, well, what makes Kayla Masa special in the world of social media frauds? Well, it all has to do with a bizarre series of posts in which the influencer offers money-making opportunities to her fans. In the midst of Kayla's routine content, one would find images of the woman holding large stacks of money, and videos of the woman showcasing herself receiving massive withdrawals of cash from ATMs. Writing accompanying said content would urge fans to send her a text message if they wanted to make money like this themselves. One post read, "If you're from South Jersey, have a bank account, and trying to make some quick, easy money, direct message me." Upon posting these sort of mysterious call to arms for the fans to make money, some would, of course, message the woman.
And chat, we be seeing a lot of these general ass statements. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of these, hey man, if you want to make money quick, I have advice. Subscribe, like, follow. Bro, chat, bro. This is 2024. We is not getting scammed out here for no damn follows, bro. We is not getting scammed out here for no damn likes. We're not getting scammed out here for nothing. None of that.
Next story involves an influencer accused of doing one of the scummiest things imaginable as a social media star. Scamming your own fans out of money. Kayla Masa was an Instagram personality and YouTuber that posted vlog and lifestyle content detailing their day-to-day life. You know, your run-of-the-mill modern influencer shit. Selfies, storytime videos, flexing, you know the drill. And you might be asking,
And none of those people will fall there if she didn't have no ass, bro.
well,
Let's be
what
100%
makes Kayla
real.
Masa special in the world
Y'all
of
just some
social
horny
media
bastards
frauds?
getting fooled
Well,
out
it
your
all
damn
has to
money.
do with a bizarre series of
Talking
posts
about
in which
if
the
you want to make,
influencer
if you
offers
want to make
money-making
100 mil,
opportunities to her
if you want the
fans.
secrets
In
to
the
make
midst
10
of
mil in
Kayla's
1
routine
week,
content,
bitch,
one
ain't
would
no damn
find
secret to make
images
10
of the
mil in 1
woman
week.
holding large
Oh,
stacks of
scamming your
money
ass
and
10 damn
videos of the
times.
woman
About
showcasing herself
$10,000
receiving
in 1 week. Hold on, chat. I don't even know why I brought the mic with me. You all heard that. It's just so weird. Yes. All right. I think he left. All right, chat. Let's just get down to the for the video. Damn, why am I stuttering? Now, chat. Like I said before, I don't think, in my personal opinion, damn pirating movies or doing any of that pirate shit is an illegal crime, bro. That shit is just a player doing his job. Damn it, a player doing his job. I don't think that's an illegal crime.
This next story
That
involves
shit is
an
equivalent to
influencer
jaywalking.
accused of doing one of
Everyone
the
does it.
scummiest things
No one gets arrested
imaginable
for it.
as a
It's a
social
crime,
media
but not really.
star. scamming your own fans out of money. Kayla Masa was
And
an
let's be real,
Instagram
chat.
personality and
We're not
YouTuber
trying to
that
get scammed in
posted vlog and
2024, so I'm
lifestyle
trying to make you
content
aware.
detailing their day-to-day life. You know, your run-of-the-mill modern influencer shit. Selfies, storytime videos, flexing, you know the
Like I
drill.
said
And you
before,
might be asking,
no
well,
one would be
what makes
following her if
Kayla
she did
Masa
not have
special
ads.
in the world of social media frauds? Well, it all has to do with a bizarre series of posts in which the influencer offers money-making opportunities to her fans. In the midst of Kayla's routine content,
See, y'all a bunch of horny bastards talking about. She talking about how I can make 10 mil in 1 week, bruh. Y'all just getting scammed for some ass, bro. Think you send her $10,000 damn dollars, she gonna give you the method. She already teaching you the damn method. Get 10 of you to send her
one would
10,000
find
damn
images
dollars,
of the woman holding large
and then get
stacks of
10
money
more of
and
you until
videos
she
of
got
the
100
woman
people sending her
showcasing herself receiving
$10,000.
massive withdrawals of cash from ATMs.
Now she up a mill.
Writing accompanying said content would urge fans to send her a text message if they wanted to make money like this themselves. One post read, "If you're from South Jersey, have a bank account, and trying to make some quick, easy money, direct
Reserve
message me."
available
Upon posting
balance.
these sort of
I
mysterious
don't
call
know
to
what the hell
arms
that
for the
is.
fans to make money, some would, of course, message the woman. In messages, Kayla would then coerce the more trusting.
Brody. What? Bro, hold on. Let me read these text messages. What I gotta do? Bro, come on, bro. Chat. And let me be wary, bro. Anytime you ain't like a lot of people say, anytime you ain't paying for shit, you the damn product. You the damn thing that they trying to get. Who you bang with TD? How long have you? Okay, let me read this from the top from bottom. Cause this is the same person. What I gotta do? Where are you located, love? Blackwood. That's cool. Who you bang with? TD. How long have you had it? A little over a year. It's a student account. Okay. Do you know what the process? Do you know the process? See, she said some general ass shit, bro. Anytime somebody says 10 mil in 1 month, and they don't exactly tell you in that one sentence, talking about go to my this, go to my that, that's a scam. No. So basically, my business partner owns his business. See, see this general ass statement of business. Name the fucking business. Name the enterprise. We deposit a check through ATM, claiming as if you worked, claiming as if you worked. Um, a fake check basically. It takes 1 to 2 days to process. It would need your online banking and card pin, and we would have to um need your online banking card, and we would have to meet up. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. Are you near Blackwood? And do I need nothing? Do I need nothing else from me? Hey, love, what's your number? Okay. Please continue.
Of her fans to give over their bank account details, with the promise that if they gave her their banking account informations, don't worry about the details, we'll get you some money. Now, most of you are like, who the f would actually do this? And many who got to this point in the text message interaction were like, f it, I'm out of here. But as we
Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. If in 2023 you getting scammed by some ass, bro, just give up your fucking money, bro. Honestly, give up your money and don't complain when the money gone. Don't complain when the money gone. Just give up your money. You getting scammed by some ass? A girl posts her ass on Instagram and that's the thing you getting scammed by? Come on now.
all
Chat, in
know,
2024 we
some
cannot be
on
getting scammed
social
by no
media aren't the
OnlyFans bro.
brightest bunch, and they would keep entertaining Kayla's sketchy requests. Sadly, those who engaged with Kayla never learned any infinite money ATM glitches. Rather, they found themselves screwed by an influencer that they looked up to. Reports say that Kayla Masa was involved in a criminal operation consisting of numerous individuals who were orchestrating.
Chat, you really don't need numerous individuals. You just need yourself. Me, myself, and I. Oh, damn. My head. But anyway, you do not need numerous individuals. You just need yourself for this scam, bro. Once you have their bank information, this is basically a wrap, honestly. Once I have your account number and routing number, you're basically you have already said your prayers, my guy. Once I have your bank account information, I can basically
An
whatever you
intricate
got,
banking
I'm getting it.
scam. This is how it worked. Authorities say that some of those involved in this scam worked at auto-related businesses in the New Jersey area, such as Factory Tune Auto Repairs, Joel's Auto Technology, Goody's Automotive, as well as a handful of Nissan dealership locations. It's alleged that through these connections, Kayla was able to get access to blank checks and money orders with the names of these businesses on them. Kayla, using her social media, would then trick her fans to hand over their banking information under the premise of a get-rich-quick scheme. Authorities claim that the woman would then forge a check from one of these auto businesses, issue the check to one of her fan bank accounts, then immediately withdraw these stolen funds from the fan bank account, her and the criminal group around her pocketing all of the proceeds. She profits,
Oh, damn,
the business loses.
That's actually a come up. I did not even think about that. I thought it was just bank information and whatever's in your bank account is now mine. You know what I'm saying? Su casa, mi casa. You know, on some shit, bro. Reuse, reduce, recycle. You know what I'm saying? Waste not, what not. Looking at, but I thought that's what I thought it was. But bro, they were running a bag, so they would get blank checks, write a number, send it. The check would go into the account. Before they detected the fraud, they would pull the check from their account because I have your bank information now. I can just pull shit. I can pull that shit from your account and I would pocket all the money.
And it
I
appears as
wash
if
the
one
money,
of her
bro.
fans
And
were
you would get in trouble
responsible for
because
the
I don't
theft.
know.
You gotta admit, it's a pretty intricate yet brazenly stupid scheme. By the time that the business
It was a scheme, though. It was a
What's up?
scheme.
Hi, Jira. We brought you here today to let you
We're not gonna
know
call it
that we
stupid because
made
a
the
stupid
business
scheme doesn't
decision
work,
to
chat. That's the difference between a
businesses
scheme
would
and
catch wind
a
and
good
cancel
scheme and
the
a dumb
bad
scheme.
checks, Kayla would have already had the money withdrawn. It's been reported that some of the fans who got tricked were made to owe upwards of $1,000 thanks to the scam. Once these duped
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because by the time they detected the fraud, the money won't even be in your account. It's in Kayla's account. And they're not doing all this tracking bullshit. They out here looking at you like,
realized what
my
had
G, you're
happened,
committing
they
fraud.
found themselves blocked by Kayla on social media. It's said that at the height of their banking scheme, Kayla and her motley crew of social media swindlers had taken up to $1.5 million from businesses and fans collectively. Eventually, though, as Kayla continued to push these scam bait posts on her main social media account, it would only be a matter of time before defrauded fans and businesses would report the woman and her apparent criminal syndicate to authorities. Following reports made by fans and businesses, authorities soon reached out to the names written on these phony checks, leading to the whole operation being uncovered. The evidence against Kayla was substantial, from direct messages exchanged with victims to
Well, who the hell sends in blank? Oh shit, they wouldn't be sending no blank checks. I was about to say because I was just thinking about this. I'm like, what customer sends in a blank ass check? Are you just trying to get scammed? Are you just trying to lose your money? Like, dead ass. Because I was just thinking about this. I was like, who would send in a? They probably most likely was grabbing checks from the actual business and then writing some stupid ass amount, saying it to them. The check would the person of the owner of the business would see that shit and be like, hell
United
no.
States Postal Service records of the money order transactions. And there was also the fact that Kayla suddenly became extremely wealthy, with the woman flexing and showcasing expensive items in her influencer content. Where did that come from, I wonder? Kayla Masa was arrested in February of 2020 and her criminal case is still pending. She's facing fraud charges for the $1.5 million allegedly stolen. And it's likely that she won't be the only individual legally wrapped up, as there were many accomplices in this operation. Many YouTubers have been accused and exposed for creating fake stunts and pranks to get YouTube views and engagement. But the channel featured in this next story really takes faking it to the next level, where it ends up becoming fraud in the process and those responsible getting charged. It all begins with a YouTube channel known as Blue Ghost. Blue Ghost posted hundreds of recordings of car accidents captured from dashcam footage. Dashcam crash video footage is a popular niche on YouTube, with thousands of these crash videos boasting view counts in the millions. Now, it goes without saying that capturing video of a car crash is kind of like an incidental thing. It's uncommon to witness a car crash in person, and it's even more rare to have a camera or dash cam on ready to film it. Most crash videos on YouTube are simply one-off uploads that someone just happened to catch and throw on the internet. However, Blue Ghost was a peculiar channel. It featured a curiously high amount of original dashcam crash footage. Like, the owner of this channel appeared to be witnessing and recording crashes on a weekly basis almost. Blue Ghost footage was posted with the claim that it was really the creator themselves.
See, this person needs 525 years, bro.
Individual not known at the time.
He's
It
faking
said that
car
23
crashes,
of
bro.
the channel's uploads were directly tied to collisions that Blue Ghost themselves had been in.
We're not going anywhere near mommy's work.
Oh, Jesus Christ, baby.
This bro is speeding up the second he sees somebody trying to cross over. Yo, if you speed up trying to see after you see somebody cross over, you're an asshole, bro.
The sheer frequency of Blue Ghost crashes uploaded to the channel created a spectacle within the dashcam community on YouTube. Many online dissected Ghost's recordings, and some ridiculed the uploader for their poor driving, while others suspected that there was something more nefarious going on. How could one guy be in so many car crashes?
Yeah, his
There was
driving
a
is
thought
absolutely
that the
like
wrecks featured
ashes.
in Blue Ghost videos were in fact not accidents, with some claiming that the crashes could have been perhaps staged in an effort to create dramatic YouTube content and rake in ad revenue in the process. Bizarrely enough, what the YouTube community would eventually come to find is that yes, the Blue Ghost crashes were setups, but the staging of the accidents wasn't for clout or YouTube views. The true purpose of these crashes was far more intricate and nefarious. It was eventually revealed that the individuals behind the Blue Ghost account were a married
staging
couple,
all these shits
Christopher
for
and
40
Kimberly
subscribers, bro.
Phelps, from Yucaipa, California, and their online crash videos were merely a byproduct of an insurance fraud scheme that they had been participating in. The fraud went as follows. Christopher and Kimberly would record themselves driving and intentionally cause car accidents in a manner where they could paint the other driver as the faulty party and collect insurance money. They purposely put their vehicle in precarious scenarios and tried to get other people to hit them, and they would use their footage as evidence.
Can you show me the most interesting spots around campus?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. And thanks to Chegg, I'll be giving you $10.
Just evidence against those who hit them, and they would also upload it to YouTube as well. The couple got away with their scheme for years until they eventually flew too close to the sun. In February of 2023, the couple would conduct yet another one of their stunts. While driving, Christopher stopped his vehicle in the middle of the road for seemingly no reason, resulting in him being rear-ended by a truck. The man would report the accident to police and went through the channels of defrauding insurance. However, after looking at the nature of the collision, police became suspicious of what had happened and suspected that Christopher may have intentionally caused the accident. Meanwhile, footage of this accident was soon posted to the Blue Ghost YouTube channel.
Yo, when
A
people
tip
do
would
this
lead
shit
to the sheriff's
actually, bro,
department discovering
because
this
this doesn't
vast
just
back
harm insurance,
catalog
this
of
harms the
car
actual
crash
driver,
content.
the other
back
driver, bro.
catalog that they found
If you do this shit,
extremely
I
suspicious.
hope you just
An
fly through the fucking
investigation
glass
was
and die,
opened,
bro.
and
I'm not
Christopher
even
was
gonna hold
soon
you.
arrested and
I hope
charged
you
with
fly
2
through the glass and
felonies,
land face
assault
first on
with
the
a deadly
pavement.
weapon and causing a crash for a false insurance claim. After the arrest, the Blue Ghost YouTube channel would be removed from the platform, and police were given copies of the videos to use as evidence. After looking into records and cross-referencing footage on the Blue Ghost channel, it was revealed that between the two, the couple had filed 17 false insurance claims since July of 2020. 42 videos on their channel were determined to be intentionally risky, and 23 captured collisions. To make matters worse, in some of the videos, the couple's child was present in the vehicle.
Yeah,
The
I hope
child
you
being
fly
present
face
in some
first
of
onto
the
pavement,
videos
my
and the
guy.
sheer scale of the fraud that was being committed resulted in Kimberly being arrested as well. Christopher was charged with an additional 32 felonies after police had performed a full investigation. 6 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, 11 counts of insurance fraud, and 5 counts of child endangerment. His wife Kimberly was separately charged with 3 felonies, 1 count of insurance fraud, and 2 counts of child endangerment. Each had bail set at $500,000, and to this day the case is still being processed. It goes without saying that the behavior showcased by Kimberly and Christopher is extremely disturbing. Not only was this a scam that was attempting to fleece innocent drivers out of money, it's actually miraculous that there wasn't a serious injury in the dozens of crashes that they intentionally caused. According to a press release published in May of 2023, both Christopher and Kimberly have been convicted of their crimes. Christopher was sentenced to serve 3 years in state prison. His wife...
Are you joking, bro? This is the shit I'm talking about. My boy out here illegally streaming, bro. He gets 514 years. This man is actually risking people's could have killed somebody, could have killed his child, could have really hurt somebody, and he gets 3 years in prison. You see how the American justice system is actually a joke? You see how the American justice, you steal from the rich. You might as well count your days, buddy. You might as well count your days, but you might as well kill yourself right now. Because if you don't do it, I'ma do it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't finish yourself off, I might have to pull the trigger. But let you be running in, risking people's lives, running in, destroying vehicles and insurance fraud and all that shit, potentially killing somebody. You know what I'm saying? 3 years in prison.
Kimberly was sentenced to serve 90 days in Weekend County Jail.
90 days, bro. 90 days. You're purposely getting into car crashes with your child in the car. You get 90 days in prison, chat. You illegally stream, 515 years. 515 years. You kill somebody, 90 days in prison. U.S. is absolutely a joke.
Probation and a
The United States is
52-week
absolutely a
child
joke.
abuse prevention program. One can only
If you
hope
ever
that
wanted to
this
commit the
couple's
purge,
time
just
in
come to the
clink
United
will
States.
serve as
You'll
a
probably get off with a
deterrent to
warning, a stern
potential
warning.
future dangerous accident staging
Probably have to
behavior.
kill like 15 people to get the slap on the
This
wrist.
next story involves a YouTuber found guilty of defrauding people out of retirement money. In the mid-2010s, a YouTuber known as Gas Kings rose to popularity. If the name wasn't a giveaway already, the British creator focused on content exclusively surrounding vehicles. This channel was created and front-run by a man named Anthony Locke. The channel featured Anthony and his friends driving souped-up and modded vehicles. With high speeds and burning rubber being thematic backdrops to this channel, Anthony Locke and the Gas Kings collaborators would upload for many years and became legendary within the automotive space on YouTube, amassing a massive subscriber base of close to 700,000
I've never
subs.
seen this platform
And this is
on
in the
YouTube
mid-2010s,
on my life. What
which
the fuck
is
is he on?
really impressive for that time. However, unbeknownst to the public, behind the tuned-up automotive antics, Anthony had long been partaking in a far more scandalous and lucrative venture. A venture that would end up with aging retirees scammed and Anthony in prison. Prior to the start of the Gas Kings YouTube channel, Anthony and his business partner, Ray King, had created a website known as Successful Pensions. Their Successful Pensions website and service marketed itself as a means of withdrawing money from one's retirement fund.
Stitch Fix, I'm so
Chat, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
perfect looks.
Can we stop falling for these things like I'm gonna get my money early? I don't know what the other thing was where it was like, oh, get your pay a week early. That shit doesn't exist. Your pay a week early, that shit doesn't exist, especially if you work hourly. That shit does not exist. I'm gonna get my pay a week early. That shit doesn't even make any sense. How would they know how many hours you're gonna work that week? You could call in sick anytime. Like, get my pay a week early, bro? Are you serious? Anything that sounds too good to be true is almost always too good to be true.
Before the age of 55. Anthony claimed that he could offer these pensioners a 50% upfront payout and that the remainder of their retirement funds would be invested into a business called Nature Eco Investments, where the money would accrue additional value as the stock price of this business rose. The premise of Nature Eco Investments was quoted as being planting trees, creating new forests with carbon sinks that absorb CO2, purchasing existing wild forests to protect them, and the wide range
You're
of
investing into a
biodiversity
plant,
within them.
my nigga?
So Anthony was offering a service where a pensioner, a retiree, would be like, hey, I need my money now. I can't wait till 55.
How lucrative are trees?
He gives them 50%
If it's not logging.
of their pension up front, as long as they put the other 50% in this business that no one really knows anything about and was just created recently. Seems a bit sus.
So, they would have to give up their pension. And they basically told them, give me half of your pension and you can get the other half. And I will invest it into, I'm like, dude. I guarantee you it was only old people falling for this shit.
Now, for many who are retired and going through a hard time, they can't wait till the age of 55, and a service like this is quite tantalizing to say the least. But the idea of offering someone their retirement money in advance is a classic scam. Pensions are created to only be tapped into after a person is of retirement age and incapable of working. In the United Kingdom, accessing a pension early results in the earner being penalized 55% in taxes of that money. Successful pensions
so technically they really are taxing your ass. They really are giving you a better deal. They're giving you 50% instead of taking 55%.
To convince their victims that they could get around this tax problem by lying to their original pension providers, stating that they were now employed by the company that Anthony Locke had created. Under the premise that they were working and no longer retired, you can move around your retirement, so what they would do is essentially try to move their pension to Anthony's company, this being done tax-free. But this was extremely illegal. You can't do this. And that's not even the worst of it. The truly insidious element of this operation was that Anthony Locke and Ray King would pocket the money that was supposedly going to be invested in their company by these pensioners by sending it to offshore bank accounts.
No shit, they're going to pocket the money. A tree absorption company? What the hell does that even mean?
Business partner Anthony Locke and Ray King created a slew of fake documents to convince the world of the legitimacy of their startup businesses, and they ran the entire operation under aliases. The two men preyed on those most vulnerable. People who would solicit Locke's services were naturally in dire financial circumstances. These included people that had suffered injuries that prevented them from working, a business owner whose company was actively collapsing, and a woman who had become homeless following her divorce. After taking part and getting their first 50% upfront payout, each had their remaining 50% of their total pension siphoned off by Anthony and his accomplices, the money never being seen again. This organized scam was active from September of 2013 to April of 2014, ending just before the creation of Anthony Locke's primary Gas King YouTube account. It would be nearly 5 years before the scandal was unearthed after the full financial burden had fallen
I want you to predict how much time you think he's gonna get.
On its victims, and the investing portion of the scam that his victims had
Remember, chat, he's stealing from elderly poor people, chat.
As a sham. The lid was eventually blown on this entire scheme, and Anthony Locke and his accomplice Ray King would be arrested. An investigation would show that the duo had scammed 16 people out of a total of nearly 1 million British pounds, which was approximately 1.3 million USD at the time. Some of the money that was scammed was actually used to purchase some of the expensive vehicles that would inevitably be featured on the Gas King's YouTube channel, such as an Audi R5 and R8, an Aston Martin Vantage, a Mercedes B180, and a Porsche 911. After the full extent of his crimes were revealed, Anthony Locke was charged with 23 counts of fraud and 3 counts of money laundering. Ray King was charged with 14 counts of fraud. In April of 2018, the media began to funnel the story onto the internet, where audiences of the Gas King's channel discovered the situation for the first time. Needless to say, fans were completely shocked and disappointed. In 2018, Anthony Locke, the Gas King himself, was sentenced to serve 5 years in jail, while
Chat. He stole $1 million from 16 people. Poor elderly people. 5 years, chat. 5 years.
Ray King would receive 3 years and a month.
3 years and a month, chat. That teaches you what, chat? What have we learned from scamming? If you're gonna scam anybody, scam the poor. Don't scam the rich. Rich will send you to 515 years. Scam the poor. You get off a 90. You at the worst, they might give you a year in prison. At the worst, if it really comes down to it, the judge might even slap your wrist.
Guilty verdict.
Hurt you a little
to
bit.
Add insult to injury, Gas King's YouTube channel has been deleted from the platform. Unfortunately, I'm unable to ascertain if Anthony Locke is still behind bars, but needless to say, it's sad to see someone take advantage of people in rocky financial circumstances into the life of a man who just might be America's most notorious police impersonator. A man infamous for a video of him being caught red-handed going viral on YouTube. This is the story of Jeremy Dewitte. Jeremy Dewitte, born and raised in Central Florida, has been strangely obsessed with the idea of becoming a cop.
If you have to
since
fake being a
childhood.
police
And
officer,
as a teenager, his attempts
I suggest
at
being
appearing
above.
as if he was
I would
a cop
actually
would
suggest,
get him in legal trouble.
like,
In
holding a sign and
1998,
asking
at
for
the
money.
age of 17,
And
Jeremy
scamming people that way.
reportedly
You remember
added
when people
police
actually used to scam people by pretending to be poor? They would stand outside with a sign, and they would ask people for money, and then like they would do this for like 8 hours, like a regular job, and then when they're done with their shift, they would go in their car and drive home.
Lights to his vehicle
It's
and
insane.
attempted to get free gasoline while posing as a police officer. This incident was reported to actual police, resulting in Jeremy Dewitte's first police impersonation charge. Jeremy would continue to impersonate police into adulthood. He was hit with related charges in both 2001 and 2003, and as a result, Jeremy received a felony conviction and was given jail time.
Chat, you can impersonate the police, chat. You can impersonate the police, chat. You can pretend to be anybody you want. Just don't pretend to be rich. That's all they ask of you in the United States. Pay your taxes and don't pretend to be rich. Steal from the poor. Murder the poor. United States, I don't care what you do to poor people. But the second you think about taking a rich person's money, think again, motherfucker.
Sentence would be extended by
Think
4
again.
additional years after it was
6
discovered
years.
that he had violated parole.
Impersonating
and
the
around
police,
this time,
Chuck.
it was found that Jeremy had engaged in lewd acts with a minor. Naturally, this increased
Chat,
his...
you can engage with lewd acts with a minor. Just don't steal from the rich. Not even steal from the rich. Don't compete with the rich. Don't financially compete. Health-wise, physically-wise, don't do nothing when it comes to rich people. If it's poor people, even if it's middle class, treat them like damn animals. You know what I'm saying? Take from them, use them, chew them up like bubble gum, throw them on the street. It don't matter what you do. But the second you think about competing with rich people, 514 years.
And he was made to register as a sex offender. Finally, after getting out of jail as a result of these crimes, it appeared as if Jeremy Dewitte was on the straight and narrow path. After getting out, the man created his own business where he operated a private funeral procession service, where him and his employees would guide funeral attendees and clear out traffic on the drive from a funeral home to a person's burial site. This business would eventually become Metro State Special Services. At Metro State, Jeremy and his employees wore uniforms that bore an uncanny resemblance to that of policemen and vehicles that looked like official police cars. I think you can see where this story is going. Jeremy's company's name, the police vehicles, the uniforms, it seemed like after getting out of jail for committing police impersonation, it seemed like the man was leaning back into his old habits. Take, for example, the Metro State Company badge. This badge closely resembled the official design of the Los Angeles Police Department. The man's Metro State vehicles were black and white in color like a cop car, featuring Metro State symbolism on the side. His emblems fixed in a way where one might find the city and department name on a police cruiser. Metro State members wore gray, reflective, or dark blue uniforms. While these didn't match the brown and white shirts of Florida police specifically, it was undeniable that the Metro State dress code resembled the silhouette of real police. The disturbing reality of Jeremy's activities were that while he was actually operating a legit funeral procession service, in his extracurricular time, he was posing as a policeman and using his gear and vehicles to do this. And we know this because Jeremy actually recorded himself with the police body cam in the process.
Hi! How are you today?
Jeremy.
Chat, this might be an opinion, but might be a hot take, but I think these people deserve to be executed.
Jeremy has been detained multiple
I honestly think these people deserve to be executed. You're so sick in the mind. You know damn well you're not actual police, and you're pulling people over.
The formation of Metro State, under the suspicion of him impersonating law
hanging by your toes until they fall off.
Get out of the way! Move your Get your fucking car out of the way now!
This guy was causing so many problems for the local police that he was on a first-name basis with actual officers in town.
Who is this guy? Oh, that's Jeremy right there?
Oh, God. Not him again. It's Jeremy.
In one interaction with police, Jeremy would reveal to them that he filmed his activities with a body camera. This made them think that he was committing more police impersonation than they actually realized. This admission would result in a warrant being filed to get access to Jeremy's video content. This warrant was granted and painted a better picture of the true scope of Jeremy's police impersonation activities. Needless to say, this evidence would be used against Jeremy in the trials that he inevitably faced. After Jeremy's body cam footage was added to public court records, it was discovered by an independent journalist named Jay Horowitz. This individual would publish some of Jeremy's body cam footage to the Real World Police YouTube channel. Jeremy, who was nothing more than a local Florida oddity, would go viral after his footage was published to YouTube, making the man a pariah within the true crime and law enforcement communities online. Jeremy's embarrassing body cam footage made him into a living meme, and not the good kind of living meme. Jeremy claims that he was being treated unfairly by the public and was being stalked as a result of the viral body cam footage. In the wake of his living meme-hood, Jeremy would create his own YouTube channel to add to the discourse that had begun to break out online. But needless to say, few were willing to hear him out. On top of the police impersonation charges, it was found that Jeremy failed to re-register as a sex offender, so he got additional punishment for that as well. After all of Jeremy's wrongdoings had been tallied in court, the man was facing 85 years in prison, but he would never have to face this much time. Jeremy Dewitte would ultimately accept a plea deal that reduced his sentence.
It wasn't the lewd acts with the minor that got him. It was pretending to be the police for the 50th time.
18 months, provided that he shut down Metro State and forgo firearms, security vehicles, and anything else such as uniforms that would aid him in impersonating law enforcement. The man was also forbidden from operating social media. Jeremy Dewitte would serve his time and was released in August of 2022. However, after being released, the man began posting videos to his YouTube channel, Metro State, an act which violated the terms of his parole. Because of this, Jeremy was compelled to
Why don't they just keep him in prison? He can't follow the law. He wants to be the police so bad and can't follow the law.
To this day. Media attention surrounding Jeremy has died down in recent times, but a recent press release states that he was charged with insurance fraud in January of 2023, the charge apparently stemming from old dealings. If Jeremy is found guilty on these new insurance-related charges, the man could face upwards of 75 years in prison. If there's anything to be said about Jeremy Dewitte, it's that old habits die hard, and even if this man does serve his time, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him face to face with legal issues again. Easily one of the most infamous police impersonators in history, that was the story of Jeremy Dewitte. And well, you've made it to the end. Let me know what you guys thought about this video down below in the comments section, and let me know